Welcome to the Chaos Alchemist Podcast. I want to start with a moment that changed everything for me. There was a point in my life where I realized that everything that I was experiencing, everything that I believed about what was possible, was being created by my own mind and my own thoughts. This point was laying in a hospital bed in the ER because I had severe stomach issues. I had them for so long, and sometimes I would end up in the hospital from it. This one time, though, after they gave me some meds for that wonderful pain, it hit me that the pain in my stomach was just a side effect from all the stress and anxiety and depression I had been carrying around for years. Because when my mind calmed down, so did the rest of my body. And it just so happened that those strong pain meds, they make your mind chill the fuck out. And that hit me hard because up until that moment, I was living inside a box that I didn't even know I had built. I believed that there were limits. I believed that there were rules I couldn't break. I believed that life had to look a certain way. But the truth is that those limits weren't real. I created them. And once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it, just like the Matrix. The difference between who I was then and who I am now is massive. It's not even comparable. Back then I thought I had to stay in that one box. I thought that there were ceilings that couldn't be broken. But now I don't believe that there is anything that is impossible. It's like that story, if you've ever heard about George Danzig, who was a graduate student at Berkeley. And one day he walked into class late and saw that there were 2 math problems written on the board. And he assumed that they were homework because he was late. So he copied them down. And later on, he went to work on them. And he noticed that they were a lot fucking harder than normal. But since he thought that they were just homework, he kept at it. And eventually he solved them, turned them in. And a few days later, his professor showed up at his door completely shocked. Because the 2 problems on the board had not been homework at all. They were famous open problems in statistics that people hadn't solved yet. They were considered impossible at the time. The professor written them down as examples of that, not as an assignment, but again, because George was not in the know from being late, he didn't know that they were supposed to be impossible. He approached them like they were just simple homework that seemed to be a little bit harder than normal and solved them. And so in that way, I think most people are living in a prison with no walls like I was. There's no bars. There's no guards. There's no locked doors. It's just our invisible beliefs and patterns. Stories that we've accepted as truth. And the wild part is that we are the ones with the key. Now, I've been at rock bottom and I know what that feels like. It sucks. And what I've also come to understand is that there's duality to everything. So if there's that lowest point in life, then there is an equal and opposite highest point, which means no matter where you are right now, there's another version of you and your life available to you that is equally as awesome. But you have to be willing to see that the limits you feel and the circumstances around you might not actually be real. And the reason that this matters right now is because everything around us is constantly telling us the opposite. We're taught to stay small and stay divided, to stay in fear. The media feeds it. Society reinforces it. But what if it's not the truth? What if we're actually meant to move toward connection, to awareness, and something bigger than ourselves? This podcast is for the person who feels like there has to be more, for the person who's starting to question the box that they've been living in, person who's ready to realize that you are the one who built the walls, and you are the one who can walk right the fuck out. We'll dive into all of these things, have chats with others who have had similar and different perspectives also. Because, like I said about connection, we're all different in many ways, but we're all still human too. And so we have many similarities as well. And I want us as a society to see that we can also connect with people who don't share the same views on everything. We are fed enough of that bullshit division daily from every direction. But when you go out into the world, does it really look like that? So that's the goal here with this podcast. Enlighten, expand, connect, and just live awesomely. So if that's you, then fuck yeah, you're in the right place. I'm glad you're here, and I can't wait to deep dive on the next one. But until then, much love and peace from me to you.